For the past few weeks, the launch of Battlefield 6 has been toppling the headlines, which launched on October 10th and had the entire weight of DICE, now Battlefield Studio, and the franchise reputation on its shoulder. After an unmitigated disaster that was Battlefield 2042, Electronic Arts needed to this be a hit. Some outlets have confirmed that Battlefield 6 has become the biggest launch in the series history. And let's just run the numbers because they are staggering. Over 7 million copies were sold in the first 3 days. The launch weekend saw over 172 million matches played and 50 million hours watched of streaming services. On Steam alone, it has peaked over 747,000 concurrent players, putting it in an all-time top 20 in the platform. Of course, this is a combat story, plain and simple. The beta was good, yours truly tried it out. The marketing was on point, and players were starving for good modern Battlefield, and in my opinion, they delivered. But it's a video game launch, and that means it wasn't perfect. Almost immediately, as millions of players flooded in, one massive complaint rose above all the others: the grind. The progression, by all accounts, was brutal. Players reported that it was taking hours to unlock a single attachment for one gun, weapons progression, career progressing, experience gain, or XP. It was all tuned to be an agonizing slow crawl. And this is Battlefield. Unlocking new scope, that better grip, that extended map, that's the core loop that keeps you playing. When that loop feels broken or disrespectful for your time, players notice. And what do gamers do when they find a system that they don't like? They break it. Within days, the Portal server browser was flooded with XP farm servers. Players were using Portal custom rules to create matches against bots with insane ticket counts, all designed for one purpose: to stand in a corner and farm bots for hours to unlock the attachment that were impossible to get in regular multiplayer. And it was a full-on players' rebellion. Now, here's where the story gets good and where Battlefield Studio proves they learned their lesson from 2042. Instead of letting this problem fester for months or just banning the XP farmers, the studio responded immediately and confirmed by some outlets, and of course the unofficial post for the official Battlefield comms account, a major progression update is already on the way. First, they're buffing XP across the board. You get an additional 10% for every match you simply complete and a massive 40% bump to the XP you get from daily bonuses. Second, and most importantly, they are fixing the attachment. They're dropping the XP requirement for attachments so that players will unlock them in the words almost twice as fast. And finally, they're lowering the level requirements for a bunch of assignments, dropping them from a high level grind, like levels 20 and 26, down to a more manageable levels, like level 10 or level 15. Also, Battlefield Studio is clamping down on the XP farm servers, but they're doing it after they announcing the fix. They're basically saying, we get it, we're fixing the problem, so you don't need to do this anymore. This is indeed a new standard. A record-breaking launch, a massive community complaint, and a developer fix within the first weeks. This is how you build trust. Season 1 kicks off on October 28th, and with this fix in place, Battlefield 6 is on track to be one of the biggest success stories of the year, and in my opinion, in the whole Battlefield franchise history too.